Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home. We'll talk about Huda. We'll talk about our way. Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, welcome to a new live episode of our program Viewers Pulse right here on Huda TV. It's a great pleasure to be with you here this evening, and it's a very important night tonight, because tonight is the first day of the month of Muharram, the new Islamic year, the year 1435. 1435. 1435 years after the hijrah of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We actually have a great program for you coming up, inshallah. After this program, I'll tell you about it, but let me first remind you of our contact information. We begin with our phone numbers. One of the numbers is the one that I know is 002-0238-555-249, and there should be also another number that should be appearing on the bottom of your screen right now, inshallah. Feel free at any time during this next hour to give us a call, share your thoughts with us, tell us what you think about our programming here at Huda TV, or if you have any suggestions, any questions, any requests that you'd like to make, give us a call at any time, inshallah. Another great way to stay in touch with us is through our email, pulse@huda.tv, pulse@huda.tv. Send us an email, inshallah. I look at those emails personally as much as I can, and then I forward them to the appropriate department that will help you in answering your questions, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Another great way to stay in touch with us is our Facebook page. It's, in my opinion, the best way to stay up to date with the latest here at Huda TV, and also to receive a lot of great Islamic reminders also every single day on Facebook. Facebook.com/Huda TV. Facebook.com/Huda TV. Our newly reactivated Twitter account also is up. As you can see, this is our Facebook page. MashaAllah, it's growing past, it's past 160,000 people so far, and we hope for it to continue growing, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Our Twitter account, as I was just saying, is twitter.com/Huda TV channel. Twitter.com/Huda TV channel. This is our official Twitter account. Currently, it's linked to our Facebook page, so whatever updates you see on Facebook, you'll also be able to see them on our Twitter account. And then hopefully, inshallah, we're looking to have separate updates specifically geared towards our Twitter followers, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. The best way to stay in touch with our video programming, after all, we are a television channel, is youtube.com/Huda TV. youtube.com/Huda TV. You can watch our latest programs. MashaAllah, they come on our YouTube page shortly after our programmings. And most of the time, subhanAllah, it's there right after our program. And of course, you can watch us through live streaming, as you're seeing us right now through youtube.com/Huda TV. You can always watch us live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, from any place from around the world, as long as you have internet. How beautiful is that? You can also watch some of our older programs in case you want to see some of our archives. If you had a favorite program that you missed, you're able to see a lot of our programs that we've been airing for the past 8 years or so on our Facebook page and our YouTube page, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. All right, inshallah, tonight I want to announce something right after this program, only half an hour after this program ends, beginning at 10:30 p.m. Mecca time, inshallah, my dear brothers and sisters. We have special live coverage for you that is specially geared towards understanding the new Islamic year. The new Islamic year. We're now in the year 1435, and I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my dear brothers and sisters, to make this new year a year of great blessing, to make it a year of great blessing for the entire Muslim Ummah, inshallah, and to bless us and to help all our brothers and sisters from all around the world to become better, and for the entire Muslim Ummah to receive a lot of great blessings, inshallah. This program, inshallah, is going to be hosted mainly by Brother Malik Ibn Glatos, and he's going to be joined by Sheikh Muhammad Salah, and that's going to be from 10:30 p.m. Mecca time until 11:30 p.m. Mecca time. And then I'm going to come in, inshallah, at 11:30 p.m. Mecca time until midnight Mecca time. So for half an hour, I'll be interviewing a group of youth so they can share with us their thoughts and their aspirations for the new Islamic year. But the main segment of the program begins at 10:30 p.m. Mecca time tonight, which is half an hour after this program ends, inshallah. So I hope that all of you guys are tuned in, inshallah. It's going to be a very special live interview with Brother Malik Ibn Glatos and his guest, of course, Sheikh Muhammad Salah, which will make it a very exciting and informative interview bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, and you'll be able to call us live as well, inshallah. I'm actually joined on the phone right now by the host of this program. Really, I'm just filling in for a couple of months so far, and really he has been doing a great job since the onset of this program. Brother Malik Ibn Glatos was with us on the phone. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, dear brother Osama. Thank you so much for having me, and it's your program, brother, and you're doing a great job.
Wallahi, brother, you're the one who started it. You did a lot of great things. We're just trying to pick up, from where you left off.
Thank you, may Allah bless you, brother. And I'm really honored to be part of this channel in general, and may Allah give us the strength to continue to broadcast this Islamic channel in the difficult circumstances that we're in.
Ameen. Jazakallah khairan. Brother, I know you're very busy preparing for the program, the very special program that's coming up live at 10:30 p.m. Mecca time, talking about the new Islamic year. So I won't take too much of your time. I just want you to give our brothers and sisters who are watching, some behind-the-scenes info of what you guys are going to be talking about, how important, is this program for Huda TV and for the channel and the viewers from all around the world.
Okay, great. Well, as you said, we'll be live at 10:30 Mecca time. Dr. Salah, our resident sheikh, the host of Ask Huda, Dr. Muhammad Salah, he will be speaking in detail about the migration of the Prophet, peace be upon him, the wisdom behind it, the lessons that we can learn from it. It will be a full hour, so people do not want to miss it. If you enjoy Dr. Muhammad Salah's programs all through the week, definitely don't miss this extra 1 hour live special episode with him. I'm really looking forward to it. The sheikh really loves this topic, so he'll be at his best, inshallah. And I look forward to the viewers participating with us via phone call, because we will be live. And then after that, as you know, you'll take over and do the youth show and speak to the youth about it. So I'm looking forward to it, brother.
Inshallah, same here. I think we're going to get a couple of good perspectives. We'll talk to Sheikh Muhammad Salah about the information side of things and the history of the Hijrah. And then we'll talk to some youth also who are the future of this ummah, so that they can share with us their aspirations.
Yes, certainly, I agree with you. I think that Dr. Salah can give us that academic Islamic background that we need. And like you said, after that, we can move to the youth response to what he said in the first hour, inshallah. And I really enjoyed doing this last year. We did something similar, and this year we hope to improve on what we did last year. So inshallah, it will be good.
Inshallah. My final question to you, brother, what are your hopes and aspirations for the new Islamic year?
Well, brother, thank you for asking me. For me personally, I just ask Allah to grant stability and security to the Muslim world, because really the last couple of months have been turbulent in my personal life and the life of all Muslims here in the Middle East. So we certainly pray that Allah can really unite our hearts and bring peace and security. And it's been difficult times here, so we just hope that the future is better.
Ameen. So you're hopeful?
Yeah, of course. We have to. We can't just pray in the mercy of Allah, so we have to be hopeful. Inshallah, it'll be better.
Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khairan. Thank you so much, Brother Malik, for taking the time to be with us. I'll let you go, inshallah, so that you can put the final touches on the program. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you. Jazakallah khairan.
Thank you, brother.
Barakallah feek. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Ameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward Brother Malik Ibn Glatos. Was really the person who started this program. He was the first host of this program, and he continued for more than a year, presenting a lot of great information and making this program, Viewers Pulse, a success. Always taking us behind the scenes, talking to the biggest scholars that come here to Huda TV to film programs. And alhamdulillah, Rabbil Ameen, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward them. If you are one of the people who sent him an email before, then I'm sure you've received a personal response from Brother Malik. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward him and help him in his life here at Huda TV and his personal life as well, inshallah. All right, so we continue our programming for tonight. Something that is happening very special here at Huda TV is that we're working very hard behind the scenes. I know it's taken some time, but it is a very important project, and it does take a lot of effort and a lot of work, which is to make an app for smartphones for Huda TV. So a Huda TV app on start with smartphones and tablets and these types of devices is something that a lot of people have been asking us, and this is something that we're working on. So what we did in our weekly Facebook question is we asked brothers and sisters what kind of things would they like to see if there's a Huda TV app on their app store. So let's go ahead and take a look at their responses.
Sayyidah Amina. Answer fatwa questions, give authentic hadiths on various issues, explain Allah's names and attributes, give tips on dawah, and having a peaceful community. Nirmeen Khairi. That would be great. Having program schedules and maybe reminders to be adjusted with favorite ones. Huda Academy online account access for courses. Salah timings according to location would be great as well, and maybe a compass for Qibla. Stephanie Tucker. A Huda TV app would be great for my iPhone. I would like it to have an up-to-date program schedule with reminders / alarms, live streaming if possible, answer fatwa questions, live chat with Sheikh Salah, and much more. May Allah bless and reward you all at Huda TV. Gabolo Gande Adugoti. It will be great to have such an app. It will be handy for download streams to view later. May Allah make it easy. Akram Ahmed. Of course, for live streaming of your channel. Jazakallahu khairan for taking the initiative. Please make it soon. Sarah Ahmed Banda. Alhamdulillah, such a program is coming up, inshallah. I would like such an app that contains Arabic lessons, Quran, Hadith, and the Seerah of the Prophet, peace be upon him, and generally the details of the essentials of the 5 pillars of Islam, because these are basics and every Muslim should know. Shahida Abdullah. That would be excellent. Really waiting for this golden opportunity, inshallah. May Allah make all of your affairs easy and rewarding. Ameen.
Alhamdulillah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you, brothers and sisters, for sending us your feedback and your thoughts on this new Huda app that we're working on. MashaAllah, great suggestions. It's always great to know what you want, because after all, as we said, this is a channel to serve you. This is a non-profit channel, as I always say. It's not aimed at making any money or making a fortune for any particular person or organization or a group or whatever. It's only for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and for Muslims from all around the world, no matter where they are in any part of the globe, any corner of this globe or any corner of this world, that they are able to understand the Quran and the Sunnah. They're able to understand the pure Islam, really. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So thank you so much for your feedback, and continue to send us your suggestions as always, inshallah, so that we take them into account. We are all one family here at Huda TV, inshallah. All right, my dear brothers and sisters, we're going to take a short break, inshallah. When we come back, we're going to be reviewing and recapping some of our programs, as we usually do every week. Some of our programs that aired throughout the week. In case you've missed any of them, you can get a quick summary about the top programs that aired this past week. We'll also be waiting for your phone calls, so inshallah start calling us in right after this break. See you in a moment, inshallah.
فلا وربك لا يؤمنون حتى يحكموك فيما شجر بينهم ثم لا يجدوا في أنفسهم حرجا مما قضيت ويسلموا تسليما. There are 3 levels. Sister Rayhan from Bahrain.
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. Fahim from Sweden. السلام عليكم.
السلام عليكم Sheikh, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, barakallah feek Fahim. May Allah bless you and your family.
Sheikh, I have one question.
Now, that is not allowed. Why isn't allowed? Because the Prophet ﷺ said, "Man ghasha falaysa minna." He who deceives or betrays does not belong to us. He's not one of us. A person who is given the sadaqah or leading the prayer does not have necessarily to be praying fard. Maybe he's praying the nafl, that is after the prayer, the 2 sunnah after dhuhr or after maghrib or after isha. And the follower, the imam, will be praying with the intention of offering the fard that he has missed. Okay, barakallahu feek.
Reading the Quran is a blessing. Understanding its translation is beautiful. But diving in depth and extracting pearls from it is simply amazing.
أفلا يتدبرون القرآن
Do they not ponder upon the Quran? Every week, inshallah, we will dig deep and reflect on the verses of the Quran one by one.
Quran in Depth with Sheikh Ibrahim Zaidan, only on Huda TV.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back, my dear brothers and sisters. Thank you so much for being with us and continuing to be with us here this evening on Viewers Pulse. As in this segment, inshallah, we're going to be recapping some of our top programs here at Huda TV that aired during the past week. Let me just take a moment to remind you of our phone numbers. Feel free to give us a call at any time in this segment, inshallah, beginning right now. 002-02-248 or 248 or 249. Inshallah, you can give us a call 002-02 38555-249. That's one of our numbers. The other number should be on your screen. It's a new cell phone number that we have. Hopefully some of you will be able to get better reception that way. Some people get better reception through our landline. Some people get a better reception through our mobile phones. So whatever works best for you, try it inshallah and get in touch with us. I'll be waiting for your calls. Give us a call and share with us your thoughts, your suggestions about new programs that you'd like to see here at Huda TV. Who are your favorite sheikhs that you'd like to see featured on Huda TV? What kind of programs that maybe aired in the past that you would like to see rerun at Huda TV? Or also, what kind of live programs you'd like to see? What are the timings? Any suggestions that you have or any questions that you have about our programming, give us a call inshallah and share your thoughts with us at any time, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. All right, let's begin recapping our programming. Our first program that we want to talk about and recap is Family Issues. Family Issues is a program that is now, alhamdulillah, hosted by our dear brother Malik Ibn Glatus, who's doing a great job with it. In this episode, they are talking about the concept of the generation gap between older Muslims and the new Muslim generation, the young Muslim generation. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to another edition of Family Issues. Closing the gap, that's right, the generation gap between our teachers, parents, and even our scholars with our youth. Of course, the youth are the future.
One of the main issues between parents and children is definitely a generation gap.
So isn't it important for parents then to at least familiarize themselves to some degree with technology and social media just for the sake of parenting and to be able to relate and build bridges with their children?
It is crucial that the parents know exactly what the children are using and exactly what things that they can get up to, what dangers they face, what are the benefits involved. They need to know, because at the end of the day, we're all shepherds and we're all going to be asked about
our flock.
Our flock, yeah.
Yeah, subhanAllah. And how can we build relationships and build bridges with our children? I believe, brother, activities. Being active in their education, reading books, playing games with them, as well as sporting activities, taking them to community events. All these are important. I believe as a father and a mother, we have to be active in our kids' lives in order for the child to respect you and to love you and to listen to you.
Having activities together is very, very important. If we look at the life of the Prophet ﷺ, we actually find that. Just find examples of the Prophet ﷺ praying and Hassan and Hussein jumping on his back whilst he's in Salah. And one time he's on the khutbah, he's on the minbar, and his grandsons come and he picks up his grandsons and he's holding them whilst he's giving the Jummah khutbah. We find that even when the Prophet ﷺ is being tortured, when he's praying and the non-Muslims, they come and they put the guts and everything on his back in front of who? His young daughter Fatima, radiallahu anha.
How do you work to build a relationship and maintaining that professionalism so they still respect you and don't treat you as a friend?
Yeah.
How do you? What's the trick? How do you do that?
And someone told me there's a difference between being friendly and being someone's friend.
Great. Explain that. I like the way that sounds.
It's like you can be friendly with a student, but if you're their friend, then you bring your level down, right down, and it's difficult for the child to then respect you as a teacher.
Yeah, that's a great point. Be friendly, but don't be their friend.
Yeah.
That was our report, our recap of last week's episode of Family Issues. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward Brother Malik Ibn Glatos and his guest for their great advice and for the great discussion and information. Family Issues airs every single Monday here live on Huda TV from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Mecca time. So feel free, inshallah, it's a good afternoon live program. Feel free, inshallah, to watch it after you come back from work. If you haven't haven't been home yet, you can watch some of the reruns, or you can watch it on YouTube as well, inshallah. Inshallah, my dear brothers and sisters, here at Huda TV, we're working very hard, inshallah, in order to bring you the best programming. There are a lot of things that we do behind the scenes that we may not be telling you about right now because it's a bit too early. It's a bit too early for the viewers, but it's not too early for us to prepare for Ramadan 2014. There's a lot of preparation that goes behind the scenes, and it all starts with an idea for a new program and finding the right person for it, or finding the right person and then coming up with the idea with this person who's going to be presenting it, a sheikh or a caller to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it all starts from there. We film a lot of things. Even if a program is going to be live in Ramadan, there's a lot of stuff that goes behind the scenes way before it airs. Mainly a lot of outdoor reports, and at the same time a lot of preparation. We have a phone call here tonight, inshallah. Brother Abu Abdurrahman from the UK. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Thank you, brother, for calling on Viewers Pulse. Appreciate it.
Brother Osama, may Allah reward you for what you are doing.
Ameen ya Rabbi wa iyyakum, akhi.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, brother, I can hear you very well. Go ahead.
Yes, then please, will there be monthly live session of Quran in depth? That's my first question. Then the second one is, I hope you can make the Skype account more active. The Skype account, due to the international call rates.
Okay. Oh, you said a Skype account?
The Skype account.
Skype
if
account.
You can make it more active.
Actually, brother, you said it exactly right. Do you have any other things? I'll answer you, inshallah. You can watch me on the TV. Do you have anything else?
That's all.
Okay, I don't want to keep you too long on the phone because I know the international call is expensive. Thank you, brother. Jazakallah khairan, Brother Abdurrahman. Let me answer your questions, inshallah. He mentioned two great points. He said something about Quran in depth, the airing times, I believe, of Quran in depth. I'm not exactly sure of the timing where Quran in depth airs. We'll try to get that for you, inshallah. Maybe next episode, if we're able to get it, inshallah, we'll try to get it. But I know for sure that it airs on Fridays. It could be airing at 10:30 p.m. Mecca time, but I'm not sure. There was an ad that just played right now. Maybe it'll replay when we take a break about Quran in depth. But I'll try to find out for you, inshallah, and let you know as soon as possible. Now, to answer your second question about Skype, I actually agree with you 100%. It is much easier to call through Skype. And as we said, we're a non-profit organization. We don't make any money off of your phone calls. Whenever you call, it all depends where you're calling from, and you pay the international rate to the company, or the calling card that you're using, whatever the situation may be. Huda TV doesn't get anything out of it. So we're working hard to reactivate our Skype account that, mashallah, has more than, I think has thousands of people on it. I don't know how many. And it's Huda_TV. Feel free to add us, inshallah. Huda_TV. That is our Skype name. And as a test run, we had some technical problems, but as a test run, inshallah, in our program tonight, the new Islamic year, we're taking a new initiative on the first day of the new Islamic year to reactivate our Skype. So we will try. To open up our Skype lines. There could be some technical issues. We'll try to figure them out. If things go well, then hopefully, inshallah, beginning tonight, you'll see our active Skype account. So follow the screen, beginning at 10:30 p.m. Mecca time. If you see on the screen, it says call us through Skype, Huda_TV, then you know it's working, inshallah. So try through that. Thank you for the great suggestion, Brother Abdurrahman. This is a very, very important part, because we know that brothers and sisters are calling from different parts of the world. International rates can be more expensive in one part of the world than in another. We need to give an equal opportunity and an equal share for brothers and sisters to be able to call in and participate in our programs and get a chance to ask their questions and share their suggestions and their thoughts and their advice. So inshallah, Skype is a very, very important step. We've recently, I'll tell you some stuff behind the scenes, we've recently increased our internet speed. So hopefully things will be better that way in terms of the quality of the call as well, inshallah. Jazakallah khairan, Abu Abdurrahman. All right, let's go ahead, inshallah, and take a look at our next program. Meanwhile, give us a call, inshallah. This program is Book Review. It's also hosted by our dear brother, Malik Evanglatos. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the book they talked about in this last week's episode, inshallah.
We talked about in this book self-confidence, the lack of it, the pitfalls of it, not having self-esteem. These are issues that this book addresses, so it's really great for, I think, teenagers. It seems like, in adults as well. How about here, she says on page 93, relationships, effective communication, do's and don'ts of communication.
MashaAllah, man, MashaAllah. The sister, Jazahullah Khairan, I would imagine, now, of course I've never heard of her before I read the book, but to me, I believe she would be a perfect friend. But I mean, of course,
within
men and women can't be, but I mean, but to her friends, I would imagine she would be a perfect friend. Because she talks about relationships, but she talks about you yourself, and she encourages us to build relationships that last, okay? So, but you have to be a good friend, okay? You have to be willing to do what it takes, call your friend, hey, how are you today?
Sensitive.
Like show this person that you're concerned about them, you're concerned about their day, you're concerned about their well-being, you're concerned about their family, okay? You know what I'm saying? But see, this comes from you loving yourself, okay? So when you care about yourself, then that goes out. You're able to care about others,
Yes.
So mashallah, she
if you don't respect yourself, you don't respect others.
Oh no, you can't, how can you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't respect yourself. That's one of the biggest follies that a person could do is not respect themselves.
Yeah, of course. A great point. She also talks about the differences in communication between men and women. Can you talk about that? I know you're married as well.
Oh,
right?
yes. Well, she she knows that a man is a man and a woman is a woman.
Right.
But she believes that we can find a peaceful middle ground. She encourages the men to have healthy relationships with their friends, the women to have healthy relationships with their friends, but for them to know each other and to build on what they know about the other.
That was a recap of our program from last week, a book review hosted by Brother Malik Evanglatos. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward them. This is our Skype account, as you can see on the screen. We're trying to work to activate it tonight during our live programming for the new Islamic year. We hope that it'll be one of the new things that we do as we come up with a new Islamic year, inshallah, the year 1435. Inshallah, as we said, we used to, about a year ago, our Huda_TV Skype account was very active. We had some technical problems, that didn't allow us to activate it for a while, but we will have it for you soon, inshallah. Maybe you've seen some flickering of the picture. We have some brothers behind the scenes taking some pictures. This is our behind the scenes show, so it's okay to tell you about what's happening behind the scenes, inshallah. All right, so we have another report for you, inshallah, from one of the other programs that we are recapping this week. It's Gardens of the Pious. This program is presented by Sheikh Muhammad Salah. Let's go ahead and take a look at this episode that's talking about watchfulness.
Dear viewers everywhere, welcome to the 38th episode of Gardens of the Pious. Today, inshallah, we shall continue by His leave explaining the book of watchfulness, or Babul Muraqabah. Fear Allah and keep your duty to Him wheresoever you are. And follow the evil deed with one which is good, it shall erase it. And be well-mannered in your relationship with people. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam means to raise the awareness of Allah's presence all the time in our minds. Whenever you decide to wear the hijab, this is because Allah commanded you to put the hijab on. Whenever you are not drinking, you're not smoking, you are not watching what Allah has forbidden, this is because Allah has commanded so, not because who is watching you otherwise. And Ali ibn Abi Talib wa Abu Bakr as-Siddiq narrated a hadith in which the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, whoever after sinning makes a perfect wudu and offers 2 rak'ahs with the intention of seeking forgiveness for the sin which he has committed, it will be as if it did not take place. إن تجتنبوا كبائر ما تنهون عنه نكفر عنكم سيئاتكم وندخلكم مدخلا كريما. Lying is a major sin. Adultery is a major sin. Drinking is a major sin. Eating riba or usury, these are all major sins. So when you avoid these major sins, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promises that نكفر عنكم سيئاتكم. We will expiate your sins from you. Furthermore, وندخلكم مدخلا كريما. And we will admit you into a noble entry. That is Al-Jannah, of course. الحج المبرور ليس له جزاء إلا الجنة.
That was a recap from our program that airs every single Wednesday by Sheikh Muhammad Salah from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Mecca time live. The program is Gardens of the Pious, where he takes a hadith from the very famous book Riyadh al-Salihin by Imam An-Nawawi, and he explains it and he talks about it. And more importantly, he relates it to our lives today, which is something that's absolutely important for callers and scholars to do. It's not just about talking about the past, but it's how can we implement the lessons from the past and the Islamic rulings and the Islamic Sharia in our lives today as Muslims. So we've recapped 3 programs in this segment. My dear brothers and sisters, we talked about family issues, we talked about book review, and we talked about Gardens of the Pious. So inshallah, my dear brothers and sisters, in just a moment we're going to take a break. Let's go ahead and do that right now, inshallah. When we come back, we have some more programs for you that we want to recap. And I want to remind you, coming up in less than an hour at 10:30 p.m. Mecca time, inshallah, we will begin our coverage of the new Islamic year, the year 1435, after the hijrah of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Coming up right after this program, a little bit after this program at 10:30 p.m. Mecca time, our special guest is Sheikh Muhammad Salah. The program is going to be hosted by Brother Malik Ibn Glatus, and I'll be hosting the last segment with a group of youth, inshallah. Stay tuned, we'll be back in a moment.
فلا وربك لا يؤمنون حتى يحكموك فيما شجر بينهم ثم لا يجدوا في أنفسهم حرجا مما قضيت ويسلموا تسليما. There are 3 levels. Sister Rayhan from Bahrain.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Fahim from Sweden. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Barakallah feek, Fahim. May Allah bless you and your family.
Sheikh, I have one question.
Now, that is not allowed. Why isn't allowed? Because the Prophet ﷺ said, "Man ghasha falaysa minna." He who deceives or betrays does not belong to us. He is not one of us. A person who is given the sadaqah or leading the prayer does not have necessarily to be praying fard. Maybe he is praying the nafl, that is after the prayer, the 2 sunnah after dhuhr or after maghrib or after isha. And the follower, the imam, will be praying with the intention of offering the fard that he has missed. Okay, barakallahu fi.
Reading the Quran is a blessing. Understanding its translation is beautiful. But diving in depth and extracting pearls from it is simply amazing.
أفلا يتدبرون القرآن
Do they not ponder upon the Quran? Every week, inshallah, we will dig deep and reflect on the verses of the Quran one by one.
Quran in Depth with Sheikh Ibrahim Zaidan, only on Huda TV.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back, my dear brothers and sisters. Let me get back very quickly to the question that Brother Abu Abdurrahman posed, asking what time Quran in Depth aired. I believe that was his question, if I heard him correctly. As we just saw in the promo right before this, it airs on Fridays at 10:30 p.m. Mecca time. 10:30 p.m. Mecca time, this is when it airs. So inshallah, feel free to watch it. It's a very, very beautiful program. Sheikh Ibrahim Zaidan made this his lifelong project. He took the Quran from the very first ayah, and if Allah gives him life, he'll continue to the very last ayah. And what he does is every episode, he takes one or more ayahs and he explains them, and he gives us some of the pearls in them, and he gives us a tafsir of these ayat. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward them, inshallah. Inshallah, my dear brothers and sisters, in this segment, we're going to be recapping a few more programs for you. We have a program that's called Correct Your Recitation, which I'm sure many of you are aware of. This is a program that airs on Thursdays and is presented by Sheikh Muhammad Salah, where you can call in and have your recitation corrected. Sheikh Muhammad Salah brings in a beautiful reciter. This is Quran in Depth, as you can see right there, in case you're looking for the timing for it. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Alright, so Correct Your Recitation, my dear brothers and sisters, is a program that airs every single Thursday, as I said. It airs at 9 p.m. Mecca time. And what we can do in this program, what you can do, my dear brothers and sisters, you can call in and have your recitation corrected by Sheikh Muhammad Salah. As I was just saying also, he brings in a famous reciter of the Quran, someone with a really beautiful voice, and they recite the Quran for us. Also, Sheikh Muhammad Salah explains some of the key words that are in the ayat that he recites. So it's an all-inclusive program, and the best part of it, in my opinion, is that you can call in the second half of the program and have your recitation corrected by Sheikh Muhammad Salah to know how well you're doing in your recitation or how bad you're doing. Hopefully not so bad, inshallah, but what things you can improve on. So we'll be reviewing this program in just a moment, inshallah, when we have it ready. Also, our program Let's Talk with Brother Malik Evangelatos that airs every Friday at 9 p.m. Mecca time. This program, my dear brothers and sisters, is a beautiful program for the youth. It's really our premier youth program. We're working hard on redeveloping it and improving it on it, especially when it comes to the decor of the program and the looks of the program, because looks are very important, especially for youth programs. All right, let's go back to Correct Your Recitation, inshallah. Let's recap this last Thursday's episode of Correct Your Recitation. Take a look.
My dear beloved brothers and sisters everywhere, welcome to a new edition of Correct Your Recitation.
أفرأيت الذي تولى وأعطى قليلا وأكدى أعنده علم الغيب فهو يرى أم لم ينبأ بما في صحف موسى وإبراهيم الذي وفى ألا تزر وازرة وزر أخرى وأن ليس للإنسان إلا ما سعى وأن سعيه سوف يرى ثم يجزاه الجزاء الأوفى.
Al-Jaza is compensation, and liyajziya in order to recompense. Why does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala test us? And why there will be life after death, reward and punishment? This question has no place. This question should not be asked. Why? If everything belongs to Him, al-khalq, wal-amr, wat-tadbir, which means He is the creator, and He is the owner, and He is the one who is managing all our affairs, and He is the sustainer. It doesn't make any sense, not even fair, to turn to Him and say, why do you do such thing? He is the greatest of all. The greatest example is His. There is no comparison between Him and anything that He created. Everything in the heavens and everything on earth belongs to Him. The Prophet ﷺ said, لَن يُدْخِلَ أَحَدَكُمُ الْجَنَّةَ عَمَلُهُ. None of you simply shall enter paradise because of his abundant good deeds, or many good deeds. La, no. Rather, because of Allah's mercy, which will be explained in the following ayah. Because our good deeds, our worship, even if we happen to worship Allah 24/7 non-stop, and not a single bad deed we do, it won't be sufficient to give thanks or to give gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for just one blessing.
Welcome back, my dear brothers and sisters. After taking a look at this report, Correct Your Recitation is, as I said, one of our top programs here at Huda TV. And it's really a great chance to get your recitation corrected live here by Sheikh Muhammad Salah. Alhamdulillah. My dear brothers and sisters, inshallah, our next report that's coming up is about Let's Talk, the program I was telling you about. It's presented by Brother Malik Ibn Glatos, and it airs every Friday at 9 p.m. Mecca time. This is really our premier youth program here at Huda TV, and as we said, we're working very hard on redeveloping it. We've worked hard for the past few months on redeveloping the content and improving it and making things better. And now we're working on the looks of the program, the decor of the program, the set of the program, as we say here at Huda TV. So let's go ahead and take a look at this last week's episode, the recap of last week's episode of Let's Talk. Let's go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another edition of Let's Talk. You guys, we're going to get you guys motivated if you're not motivated. Because if you're sitting at home watching Let's Talk, perhaps you're not motivated enough. Why should we be motivated? And motivated to do what? Because a lot of people are motivated but in the wrong way, aren't they?
And there is no limits to what you can do, what you can have, what you can achieve, or what you can be. And the only limits is the limits that you put for yourself. The only limits and boxes that you put to yourself is the things that will make you behave and act in your life. Get out of rules. Forget there is limits and go for life. And the steps to follow to motivate yourself must start with a vision, a dream, something big. Because if your dream is small, you are not motivated enough.
Do you consider yourself a motivated person? And if so, why? What motivates you, brother?
Like in here, I came here to learn Arabic from far away from my country.
I think the big motivation for me was to try to improve myself Islamically by trying to learn a bit more of the language, and the Quran and the related sciences.
What keeps me motivated is to have good company. Well, I mean, you want to have people around you who, if you fall, they will help you rise again, because we learn from our mistakes. And also, you have to put your trust in Allah. I never agree with impossible, because the word impossible is not in my dictionary. Whatever human can do, I can do it. Those who say it is impossible should give the way to those who say it is.
So how can we not only stabilize our motivation, as this is related to Iman also, right, but how can we get it to a good level and keep it there?
Having a vision, having a dream, a definite chief aim in your lives that you are working toward it. We are a goal-seeking creatures. If you don't work toward a goal, you will reach nothing. And if you don't have a dream for yourself and follow it, you will be working for others who have dreams. You will be in other people's dreams. It's like a camera. And the more you focus on your dream, the best shot you will take in your life.
MashaAllah, it's always great to have motivation and to keep your aspirations high. And that was what this episode of Let's Talk was talking about. A lot of great reminders by brothers who were giving us expert advice, and other brothers who were giving us their personal experiences of motivation in their life and what kind of aspirations they're hoping to achieve. I really liked what the brother said there when he said, if you don't have something to the effect as if you don't have a dream, then you become part of someone else's dream, because that person, well, you'll be kind of a tool in another person's dream. So it's always best, to have a dream, also to help other people in their dreams as well, but more importantly, to have your own independent dream, something that you are looking to achieve in your life, inshallah. Our last report for the evening, my dear brothers and sisters, is a recap of this past Saturday's program, The Straight Path, which I present here, and it airs from 5 to 6 p.m. every single Saturday. I'll be telling you some new info about it after we take a look at this recap of last Saturday's episode that was talking about frustration and depression. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, welcome to a new live episode of our program, The Straight Path. No matter if you are male or female, no matter if you are young or old, no matter if you're married or if you're not married, frustration and depression is really a big issue that many Muslims deal with today, and many human beings in general. I guess a lot of us feel frustrated, but we don't know what frustration really is and if there's an actual definition for it.
The act of not being able to achieve something. I want something and I can't get it, or I expected something and it wasn't achieved the way I wanted it, so I get frustrated, I get irritated, I feel down. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down Islam to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Quran and in the Deen and the Sunnah, He sent it to make our lives better.
Yes.
Our whole lives better for all times. And most of the solutions, if not all of the solutions, will be found directly in the Quran and the Sunnah. When you have a problem with your heart, then your first direction should be to Islam.
And the best cure and the best medicine for depression and stress is the one that Allah gave Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and gave to the entire ummah when Allah Azza wa says, وَلَقَدْ نَعْلَمُ أَنَّكَ يَضِيقُ صَدْرُكَ بِمَا يَقُولُونَ. Oh Muhammad, we know that you are upset in your heart from what they say. So Allah Azza wa Jal gives him the key and He says, فَسَبِّحْ بِحَمْدِ رَبِّكَ وَكُمْ مِنَ السَّاجِدِينَ وَاعْبُدْ رَبَّكَ حَتَّى يَأْتِيَكَ الْيَقِينَ. This is the cure. This is the medicine.
There are many examples in our Islamic history, of people who were great achievers. They had high hopes and they wanted to do things, maybe not so much for themselves, but for the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they faced difficulties. Did they get frustrated, or did they lose hope and say, everything around me is bad, I'm just going to give up?
So we don't always have to get our reward the way we want it. We can plan, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the best of planners. The ayah says, وَعَسَى أَن تَكْرَهُ شَيْئًا وَهُوَ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ. You might think that something is better for you, but there's a lot of bad in it, and you might think that something is bad for you, and there's a lot of good in it. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows, and you know not. Umar al-Khattab, whenever he would face a calamity, he would thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for three things: that the calamity wasn't bigger, that it wasn't in his deen, and that he would compare it to the calamity of losing the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he would say in the end, it doesn't matter what happens to me, except I am a Muslim.
That was a recap of The Straight Path, which airs every Saturday here at Huda TV Live. Let me actually share a bit of news with you. I just received information late yesterday that this program, inshallah, is going to be moving to a new time slot. Instead of airing from 5 to 6 p.m. Every Saturday live, it's going to be airing from 9 to 10 p.m. every Saturday live, inshallah, beginning this Saturday. So we'll be seeing you a little bit later in the evening, beginning this Saturday, inshallah, on the straight path at 9 p.m. Mecca time. That wraps it up for our coverage here on Viewers Pulse for the evening. Coming up in just half an hour, inshallah, live is our coverage of the new Islamic year, the year 1435. Brother Malik Ibn Glasses will be presenting the first two-thirds of the program, and he'll be talking with Sheikh Muhammad Salah live. You can also call us in, bi'idhnillah ta'ala, and share your thoughts with us and ask us any questions that you may have as well, inshallah. In the third segment, which is the last third of the program, I'm going to be back, inshallah, and I'm going to be joined by a group of youth who are going to be telling us about their hopes and aspirations for the new Islamic year, the year 1435. Thank you so much. We'll see you in just a bit. Have a good night. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
We'll talk about Huda, we'll talk about our way. Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home. We'll talk about Huda, we'll talk about our way. Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your